There we go. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome back to the lab, season 2, episode 2. I'm Chris. This is Mike. Glad to have everybody back. Studio audience looks lovely tonight. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you. Some new faces, some old faces, right?
The audience just keeps growing and growing.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy how big. Look how deep
They're
it
everywhere.
goes.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, it's got to be at least 5 rows deep.
Yeah. Yeah. So second episode of the second episode of the year.
Yeah.
And just a little housework, right? We are recording now.
Yep.
We have a Gmail account, and we appreciate comments, good or bad. You can do it there, or you can do it on the YouTube in the comment section below. But the Gmail is the Lab Chris Mike, all one word, at gmail.com. And you can also find us now on Spotify, which is the big. Lab Chris Mike. So you can find us on Spotify. And
we're moving up, people.
We're moving up, and our media and communications department, based out of Trenton, they're working feverishly on a TikTok account.
Wow, that's
great. So you
look
for that coming soon. And don't forget, we'll have giveaways this year as well. I think we're in the process of one right now.
And we're doing what are we doing? Question and answer? Like how we?
I think we're doing trivia.
Trivia. Okay, trivia.
I think we're doing trivia.
And we would like to get a live in, right?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah,
we would like to get a live in.
We would like to get a live in, but the situation there is, I think we need guests. I think that's the best.
we gotta.
And the situation we have right now, and again, our this would now fall into our technical department. We're not sure how to connect. We're not sure how to.
We're relying on them to.
Well, we're not sure how to connect a third microphone.
Right.
Otherwise, we're doing a lot of this.
Yeah, sweeping the mic,
swinging around, and we only have one camera, so you can't see the people.
Well, maybe that's a good thing.
It might be a good thing to. I mean.
Depending on who the guest is.
But we would like to do that.
Yeah, a live would be fun.
That would be fun.
I like to do like Q&A live, right? Like people could ask us questions, we could answer.
What we should do is with the studio audience, we could just have a Q&A there. That's what we should do.
With the studio audience.
The next episode should be just them asking random questions that we have no idea, and they could be anything, just crazy, stupid questions.
And we just answer the best way we can.
And we just answer the best we can and look like fools.
All right, you got that studio audience. So next episode, you're asking us questions. There you go.
Oh, all right.
It is.
Yeah, that was it.
So you gave the email, right? No, that's
I gave the email. Yeah, the labchrismike@gmail.com. Hello, can you hear us?
Yes.
So with the new year, because we're in a new year now, we've had some things happen out there. Why do you
already?
Why do you?
I don't know why you think I'm so far back.
You're like way away from the table here. I mean, just you look at it on camera. You're far.
Hold on. Let me move up a little bit.
I'm like looking. Yeah, I'm looking like
behind
you.
Is that better?
Well, a little bit.
All right, there you go. All right.
We've had some. I guess you would call it domestic terrorism. Are you familiar?
Yes.
Are you been paying attention to the news?
Yes.
All right. So you know about Louisiana. You know about Las Vegas.
Yes.
So whatever you think happened with them happened. All right. I'm not. This isn't what this is about. But it's just funny how things are starting to cook out there. And one of the things, and I don't know if you're familiar, not familiar, if you're aware, is something I have found on the socials, mostly
on the interweb.
Yeah, mostly TikTok.
Well,
yeah, but I would. Now this is coming from. I have a hard copy here from our research
department.
Okay. They're based out of Princeton, New Jersey. We have them all over.
They're all over. We got them spread out. That's how you can become successful.
Our tentacles reach all across the state.
Yeah, that's right.
Whether you want to believe it or not, or like it or not.
We have very long tentacles.
Yeah, they're very long and they're powerful. There's a couple things out there that I find very, very alarming, and you can believe it.
Which are?
And you can believe them or not. I tend to think this is true, only because of where it's coming from, and I've heard it from multiple people on the socials, mostly TikTok. And so what I stumbled across is there's a podcaster out there. His name is Sean Ryan. Have you ever heard of him?
Yeah, I believe you told me about him.
I never have. No.
No.
No, I just stumbled across him like in the last 4 days, 3 days.
Oh, okay.
His name's Sean Ryan. I think he's an ex.
SEAL?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I think he's an ex-SEAL. Not Greenberg. I was going to say Greenberg, but I don't. I think he's an ex-SEAL. And he's been doing this for the podcast, and I think you can find him on YouTube and all that, all those things. But his name's Sean Ryan, and I think he's into like over 100 episodes. So he's been doing it for a while. But anyway, he had a woman on, and I don't know when this was, but if you look, you'll find him because there's been a lot of buzz about this. The people who've stumbled across this. Her name is I have to read this because I don't remember. Sarah Adams. Okay, it's a woman who I guess she don't work there anymore, but she was a CIA intelligence analyst and targeter. And he had her on
the podcast.
On the podcast. I think he's had her on twice. She has a book out, apparently. And you could say, she's just trying to promote her book, blah, blah, blah. But I don't see why you wouldn't believe her. And the thing she said about what's going to happen this year in this country as far as terrorism goes, it kind of makes your hair stand on end.
Well, it's starting already, isn't it? Right?
Well, you could argue again, Vegas and Louisiana to be a start.
That's just the beginning.
They had said that, originally they said that it was terrorism, and then they were like, nah, this is just somebody who went, bonkers. But I don't buy that. No, I don't buy that at all. The guy's riding down the street with a goddamn ISIS flag hanging off the back of his truck. I mean, that doesn't sound like. And then the other dude, I don't know what the other dude.
Supposedly they trained together, or they served together, or they.
They were. Right? I don't know the full story. They were like, I guess some branch of the military. They were like, came up within the same military branch, whatever it was. And trained at the same place in Texas.
They knew each other. They knew of each other.
Did they know each other?
I believe so. Yeah.
So you got to think something happened. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it was just the two of them. I don't know. But obviously both went off the rails a little bit. But this woman says, and I don't know the name of her book, but her name's Sarah Adams. You can look all this up. She's a CIA intelligence analyst and targeter. Her whole thing on this podcast, and I saw it on TikTok, so I saw just bits and pieces. I didn't see the whole thing from start to finish. So, I'm sure there's stuff I'm missing as well, but from what I could gather, and this is from what our research department in Lawrenceville has
given you.
Yeah, this is fresh off the fax machine.
Right.
Okay. We still have the fax machine here at the lab.
Because we're, we're a little behind.
Yeah, and we run beta.
Yeah. Beta.
And we're on VHS tape still. But anyway, she thinks that there's going to be an imminent terror attack either at U.S. embassies abroad or the homeland as well. And what she says is that this is Al-Qaeda and ISIS together now. They have already deployed 1,000 individuals that are already trained and ready to attack. They're already here in this country.
So, let me ask you this question.
Please.
If she knows about this,
yes,
don't you think our leaders in government know about this as well? And they're ready to respond?
I would say no.
Come on.
And I would say answer it this way, just based on what I've heard from her and somebody else that was also in the CIA, that was on this guy's podcast, that we're not ready for this. And I would then say that if our government knew or was more on top of this, we would be more ready. And it doesn't sound like...
And you don't think we're ready?
I don't think we're ready at all. Look at the fucking administration.
No, I totally
sleep at the goddamn wheel, dude.
I get it. But at the end of the day...
This administration's more worried about what it looks like with all the DEI appointed people in the cabinet and all the bullshit of men getting pregnant. We're more worried about that than the safety of the citizens of this country. You just look at the open border. The basic fundamental of this country and the president is to protect its citizens, and part of that is having a closed and secure border. Now, having said all that, because this kind of irritates me, having said all that, most of these so-called individuals that have trained already in wherever they trained in Yemen or Afghanistan or wherever, that are terrorists and want to do harm to us, they didn't go through open borders because the terrorists don't want. They want it to be as normal as possible. So they actually are going through the
right channels.
The right channels, the appropriate way. So you can't say, oh, you can't argue open borders, but there's other things I can argue too. I mean, listen, you'd be, I'm getting off the track, but you'd be stupid to think, you'd be ignorant to think that there aren't nefarious people coming through our borders now.
No, of course.
I mean, or have already,
100%
that are
they
already
are.
here. And just as a sidetrack, I don't know the guy's name, but he was also on this Sean Ryan's show, this podcast. Another CIA guy, and I don't know his name. I only saw one little clip, but he said that last summer, and I think it was Iranian-based. They weren't nukes; they were like ground-to-air
Missiles.
something like that. Yeah, that are here, that got through and are here in the country already.
Wow.
That was what he said. All right, now back to the Sarah Adams. She believes that at least, at minimum, and she thinks there's way more than 1,000, but 1,000's just the starting point.
I would think 1,000's low.
She thinks there's way more, but they're already been trained. They were trained for several months. They're already here and they're just waiting for the okay to do whatever they're going to do. The goal. This is now. Remember, this is a CIA targeter, intelligence analyst. She, interviewed and talk to whatever they do. She says that the goal of this wave is going to be 50,000 to 60,000 casualties. All right. That wave of casualties. Now, remember, it could be embassies abroad, U.S. embassies abroad, and or the homeland here in America.
Which I would think it would be.
And they're going to
abroad.
Well, she thinks in her she believes that it's going to start abroad first.
Correct.
But she's also doesn't discount the fact that it could happen here as well, so maybe simultaneously. And what she believes is that they're going to do they call soft targets. Always transportation, which is air, train, things like
Tunnels,
that.
bridges.
But they're going to do more like colleges, universities. They'll do like malls, grocery stores, carnivals, things like that. What they want is to do a repeat of what October 7th was, which they call swarm attacks. And swarm attacks are where, so for instance, October 7th was a swarm attack where it was Hamas-led, attacked on Israel.
Yep.
Where they launched rockets on Israel. They also went from town to town and just slaughtered civilians. They say, this is what she says now, that's the style of attack, or that's what they're aiming for now here in this country.
I think they could aim all they want.
Oh.
That will not last more than 30 seconds.
Okay, so I'll make this argument here, because again, to her point is, you got to remember that these guys who are trained, they're willing to die, and the goal,
and they will die.
Yeah, well, no, they will, and they don't care. It's either they're going to kill you and wipe you out, or they'll get killed. It's either one. So the point is, if you do a swarm attack in different cities, so let's say they do it here in New Jersey, say they do it in Ohio, I don't know, Michigan, Texas, California, all at once.
All at once, total mayhem.
They send troops of 10 per group, and they go into your neighborhood, and they just do break-ins and just start whacking everybody, just shooting everybody up. You tell me, in your town, that doesn't have to be your neighborhood, but your town, they go house to house. At what point do they get stopped? At what point, if you have a group of, 10, 20 guys, just going breaking into houses, mowing everybody down with guns, at what point? How many, before they get stopped? And they don't care if they die. They want to die. It's an honor to die. Do you think the police?
Is that many of them? I think.
Yes. Did they kill on October 7th?
That was one. It started in one area. They were at a music festival, and
they also went.
Then it led into.
They went to towns and they killed civilians. They went town to town and killed civilians. So answer the question: at what point do you think they would be at least slowed down or stopped? At what point? And if this is happening in multiple cities, what's going to happen?
What about in the same state? At the same
that's
time?
what I'm saying.
Right, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. At what point does your local police going to get out of their slumber and stop a bunch of guys? You really? I mean, honestly, really think about it. It's a problem.
Yeah, it's scary to think about.
So that's what she believes. And that's where this could go, and that's what they're training for. The other thing that's equally scary is apparently now the CIA they know that Al-Qaeda and ISIS have reached to other countries, that hate it. Yeah, we got to remember, these people hate us.
Yeah.
And they wanted to develop a vest bomb that can't be detected, and apparently they've developed one. And what that means is, if you go to an airport and you have one of those machines where you have to stand up and do this,
Right. Don't detect it.
that will detect it.
Oh, okay.
If it doesn't have that and has a normal X-ray thing or whatever, it won't detect it. Plus, they've developed the vest in such a way now where the dogs that roam the airports can't detect it either. So now you have that. So you have that advantage now, where you have technology where you have a somewhat, mostly non-detectable explosive vest on you, where you could walk into any building, any hospital, any mall, any airplane, and blow it up and kill thousands of people, or dozens of people. Their goal, one of the things too that she points out, is that they realize that setting a bomb off somewhere isn't necessarily the best way of going about it. And I know that kind of contradicts what I just said, but I mean, how much terror can you cause again if you start blowing up planes? People getting on planes and blowing them up. They found that the better way to kill people is just open fire, like they did October 7th. So that's kind of where they're leaning towards, that they're going to go. But they have this technology now, according to these people, these CIA people I've watched. And I would, if you're really interested, again, Sean Ryan podcast.
Look it up, folks.
Sarah Adams is her name. I can't remember the guy's name. Again, our research department didn't provide me that information, but
we'll have more for you.
But look for it, because you know what? It'll freak you out.
Do you think there's a lot of homegrown terrorists?
Happy New Year, everybody. No. According to her, no, these
are coming in.
Well, listen.
Like that guy in Louisiana.
Nah, these are guys
homegrown, right?
Yeah, because he was a citizen, wasn't he?
So that's what I'm saying. I think.
But I don't think the people that have come over are all. I don't think they're Americans that went over there, got trained, and are coming back. Maybe there are some, because there's always some fucking jerk offs that do that shit. But most of these guys are, these organizations prey on people that are weak, prey on people that are, want to be needed. They need that gang kind of. Right. So they're already fucked in the head anyway. But I think they're mostly from. Syria, Iran, Iraq, that kind of shit.
It just blows my mind how they were just allowed to just walk right into our country.
Well, remember, again,
these guys drives me crazy.
These guys aren't just walking in.
They're
going through the channels, because it's.
And this is taking years. This is years in the planning.
Well, no.
That's another thing.
Well, yeah, it might take some time planning, but to get them in doesn't take that long.
Well, from step one to the time you get in the country, it does take a little while, doesn't it?
No. She said she sees people who can get visas. What?
What's going on?
I don't know. They're dancing up there. Oh. The studio audience right now is upstairs.
Out of control.
Yeah, they're not in the lab right now. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing. But she said too that she's seen it as with.
Oh,
yes,
we got to look that up. We got to ask the research department to look that up. That can't be.
I'm telling you.
No, a visa in days.
Yes. Once they apply, they get it. They can get it here and fly here in no time. So it doesn't take as long as you think to get into the country.
But you're saying they're doing it the right way.
They're not sneaking through like the Mexicos are.
All right. So the ones that are here, they've been here, right? They become citizens. Is that what you're saying?
What? No, they don't become citizens. But they're just getting here. They're getting here in a more legal way. They're not coming through like Pepe to do landscaping or build or build pavers in your backyard to your pool.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Understood.
So that's the information that our research department brings you here at the beginning of 2025. So I would say be very vigilant.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I predict, and Sarah Adams predicts, problems this year. Oh, and you know what? I wish. Again, our research departments, they're going to have to. They're going to up their game. When we have our first meeting, we're going to rip them a new ass, because they're not on in this at all. But this guy again had said something. There was some sort of. I'm probably making
against Trump.
Yeah, about shooting his plane down. I might be making up.
That's every day.
I might be making
that's
up,
nothing new.
I might be making up stories at this point. just because of our research department. And again, the lab, they're in Princeton, so if you want to send mail, send it to them.
Look.
What? Yeah, we have a couple people.
Where's the rest of the studio audience? Where'd they go?
Down. So
where'd they go?
Wait a minute, you're breezing past a very serious situation.
I'm sorry. No, because I still have faith in this country that I don't think they're going to open up fire and start just blowing people. I think. I'm going
to have to disagree with you on this.
We have to know what's going on.
She even says we're not ready for any of this. And let's be honest.
Wait, she could say we're not ready as far as the local police departments. Yes.
No, local police don't know shit.
They know. If she knows about it, the government has to know about it.
Here's the thing. How are you? Let me back it up. And I've said this to the wife a few times. How easy is it in this country right now to create havoc? And I'll give you an example. My example is the tunnel between New York and New Jersey, the train. Say you take the Jersey Transit and going through the tunnel, and you have a backpack bomb on you,
right?
And you blow the train up when you're under the river, under the Hudson there.
I guess it would be easy. I don't know.
How would it not be easy? There's no police. There's no one checking bags. You know how much chaos you would create? How much chaos would you create if you blew up a train and there was one of those tunnels?
Forget it. Total chaos.
How easy was that? How easy would that be?
There's got to be.
How easy would that be? How easy would it be to go to a carnival, to a mall with a gun?
Well, we've done that. That's been done.
And just light everybody up.
What about in Vegas when that guy was shooting from like the 12th floor or whatever it was?
So I think it's pretty damn easy, and I don't think we're ready for it, especially when they're deploying thousands of these little sand camels our way, sand jockeys.
Well, I still have faith that we
with their little black flag flying and that bullshit.
What do they do? Bacala.
I don't know. Bacala. I don't know what the fuck they're saying.
Oh. Bacala.
Fucking jerk offs.
But yeah, no, I understand. I mean, this guy, what's Sean what?
No. Well, that's the podcaster.
His name's Sean. And then the woman is...
Well, his name, and I would say anybody who's interested in this or wants to whatever, his name's Sean Ryan. And he interviewed a woman named Sarah Adams. So look it up.
Former, what was she?
She's a CIA intelligence.
Former.
I guess. Right. I don't think if you were currently working, she could go on a podcast.
Right, no, you can't.
She's a former CIA intelligence analyst and targeter. And she seems to know her shit. And I have no reason. Why would I not believe her? Why is she making up stories? So I would imagine that this is all true.
Well, you said you heard
but
it's all TikTok.
Wow. It's a platform that just
I
happened to be TikTok.
I guess you're right.
But it's his podcast. You can see on YouTube, I think, and all that stuff. But
it shouldn't be taken lightly. I do agree.
I wouldn't.
With that.
I wouldn't take it lightly.
I'll just load.
Lock
and load.
Yeah.
Lock and load. There it is.
Those little fuckers come here. I'm gonna.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You're lock and load. Yep. And now, what about this other nonsense going on in China?
I don't know what you're talking about. So go right ahead.
You.
I know, but I didn't read it.
I
just
read
the headline.
China's in like a state of emergency because of a new virus.
You're talking kung fu flu or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
something like that. Whatever hell it's called.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, look.
Another virus. Whatever.
Virus.
It's all bullshit.
New virus outbreak in China. What is HMPV?
No
Anybody know what that is? And there's like 3 other ones too. So
a Chinese virus?
Yeah. China.
Does it come from a bat?
New virus outbreak in China. What is HMPV?
I don't know.
I
don't know, but we got we got all kinds of crazy static going on. What is it?
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Let me try.
5 years after the COVID-19. What is that? The human what?
5 years after the COVID-19 pandemic, China is witnessing an outbreak of the human metapneumovirus.
What the hell?
Metapneumovirus.
Yeah. Gotta fix that mic. Yeah, metapneumovirus, whatever. Yeah. So this is right before, of course, January 20th. So another virus is coming out.
You know what I was thinking of the other day with the whole COVID bullshit?
Wait, you don't want to know what the symptoms are? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
You ready?
No, let me guess. Diarrhea.
No.
Death?
Nope.
No.
Come on, what are the common...
That's what I thought the common were. Death, diarrhea,
What is the cold? What's the common cold?
Piss my pants.
No.
What?
Cough, fever, nasal
Cough, fever,
congestion,
nasal.
sore throat, shortness of breath. So it's a cold.
Ear infection.
So it's basically a cold, and they got to put a big name to it to scare the shit out of everybody.
Just
yet
buy
again.
your Tussin. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Take your vitamin C.
Stop with this shit.
You know what I was thinking about the other day? Remember the bullshit they did with the COVID, with the closing the parks, and they took the basketball nets down?
Yes.
Are we assholes?
Yes.
Looking back,
Are we
that
couldn't
much
play
assholes?
basketball?
God forbid you throw a fucking ball through a hoop in the outside, by the way.
Right.
You're outside. The park around the corner.
Did they ever replace them?
No, I guess they did. Look at me. I don't play ball, but the jerk-offs around the corner took the, I think they took them down, but in some parks they, put,
tape.
Boards, like 2x4s, locked them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't play ball.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen.
We're jerk-offs, really. To sit here
not
and take
anymore.
that shit.
Not anymore.
Nah, we're
done
still
with that shit.
jerk-offs.
Nah.
These assholes around here would still buckle to that crap.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't.
Waiting in line to go to Costco, only could have so many people in the store. I went to Home Depot. I had to go like I'm a cattle going to slaughter. I had to go up and down the aisles. God forbid I go the wrong way.
Oh, forget about it.
If I go the other way on a one-way aisle, you get thrown out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Come home and then we're putting bleach on their fucking bananas and the frosted flakes. Fucking dumb.
The boxes, right? They got to wipe.
We're wiping them down with bleach like a bunch of jerk-offs.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Are we
crazy.
assholes or what? Assholes.
They scared the shit out of everybody.
Eh,
they
fuck
accomplished
them.
what they wanted.
We were at I don't know. I guess I can name it. It's not a big fucking deal.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Costco.
Yeah.
And of course there's a huge line almost around to the back of the fucking place, and you got to stand. You can't. God forbid your cart comes close to the jerk off in front of you.
6 feet away.
And they only let so many people in at a time. God forbid. And I remember, and to this day, I just shake my head. We're in line, and there's a jerk off woman in front of us, and one of the Costco people were out. They were guiding us, and we're gonna open up in a few. And the woman was like, "Thank you so much for your service. God bless you." And the guy was like, "What are you talking about? I work in a fucking dairy department at Costco. What service am I doing?" But he was like, "Yeah, it's fine." And I'm sitting there thinking, "Are you fucking kidding
Why?
me?"
Because he was there actually
Because
working?
he was working.
Okay.
Yeah, he was working during this deadly pandemic. Thank you for your service. I was like, "You fucking no good piece of shit." Mm.
Just ring me up. I want to get the hell out.
No, well, this was outside. We didn't even get inside yet.
This
But she's
No.
acting like this guy was the Pope bringing the people from the dead back alive or some bullshit. I mean, it was just ridiculous. I just can't.
No, I think we're past that. I think it's.
I
over.
know.
I think
It's just one of those things that just sits in my fucking crawl.
But you know what? We've got 16 days, 17 days. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah,
between
anything
now
can
and
happen. I
then.
think anything was gonna happen too. I don't think this guy's better. They better wrap him up in
A burlap bag.
all kind. No, not a burlap. It's the wrong bag. They better put him in all kinds of. They put him in a case. Not let any. They're gonna be after his ass. There's no.
Oh, you're
question.
talking about that guy? Yeah, they should.
Here's another thing too.
They should be
Let's
careful.
let's back it up a little bit. This little hat right here
Yeah.
that you have.
We
right,
have.
is a picture of Trump when he got shot.
Yep.
Right. He's up there and he's bleeding from the ear, and he said that happened back in late July, I think it was. Right, it happened in July.
It might have been. Yeah.
No, it was in
Yeah,
July. I was at a baseball game. I remember it was a Saturday when it happened. Have we heard anything about the guy who shot him? Do we know anything
we did
about him?
for a couple of weeks
Wait a
afterwards.
minute. Have we? Have we? Has that just been glossed over?
Well,
Here is a former president, okay? A guy who's now running for president again, gets shot at in the head. Someone tried to kill him, assassination attempt. It's like, no, it's not that big of a deal. It has just drifted away into the ether.
That's what happens.
We know nothing about the guy who shot him. We know nothing about the guy who shot him. There's no news about any of it. There's no news about investigation. There's no news about that. None of this crap.
It went away.
It went away.
It
Where'd it go?
quietly
Why?
and slowly went away.
Why do you think it went away?
I mean, I know why.
Well, tell me, 'cause
why
I don't
think
know why.
But I think it was an inside hit
Inside hit from who?
from our own government.
Okay.
They didn't want this guy to be president.
No. Well, they've done everything they can to stop him. So the next best thing, Tucker Carlson said that was the next thing. They were going to try to kill him.
Yeah.
He was fucking right.
Well, they didn't succeed
No,
yet.
because they had a
knock on
fucking
something.
poor ass fucking shot. Well, actually, it wasn't a bad shot. Just he got lucky.
He turned to look at his beautiful.
And the other thing too, that me and my buddy I speak to about this bullshit is weeks ago, all we heard about was drones. Drones.
Yep.
Drones.
Where'd they go?
What happened there? We heard nothing now. Crickets.
That was our government.
We hear nothing. Why? We don't hear of them anymore, period. You
Well,
don't hear
you
any...
know, the rumor and all this bullshit that's going on that they lost a tanker. I mean, not a tanker. They lost a
one of those cargo
things.
One of those the ship things.
Yeah.
Whatever they fucking call them. Yeah, the
cargo containers.
The container.
Yeah.
The container, that's what they call them.
Yeah, and they were looking for it.
So I ask you this then. So I go circle back to the CIA bullshit. How do we know they're not looking for some of these surface-to-air missiles that reportedly are in this country?
Very possible.
How do we not know that? How do we not know that it's this? You know, the government says, we're just looking for some nuclear MRI stuff that got stolen, blah, blah, bullshit. How do you know we're not looking for more? That now they're starting to get panicked that shit's getting in that shouldn't be in.
Oh, I believe
that.
That
Are bad, that these fucking crazy camel jockeys are trying to kill us, that they're not setting up for something bad.
I believe that.
Going back to that CIA guy who said last summer, shit got through already. That Iranian surface-to-air missiles are already fucking here. All right. So, all right. You don't know. All right. Keep with those.
I still have faith.
You have faith.
I'm holding on to faith.
Then you
that
have
we
faith.
know. And
I'm not. I think we're in bad fucking shape.
There was this podcaster. I forget his name. I should pay attention to this stuff. I don't. I just, when you look at stuff,
it's not your job. It's our research department in Princeton. And
they did
they're
say there's a
up.
high level of nuclear or energy, or whatever the hell you want to call
Peptides?
In Manhattan. Unusually high.
Well, that's what they said those drones were looking for, or they were analyzing the I don't know, the nuclear isotope levels.
Yeah. They're saying it's unusually high in Manhattan.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, who knows? Who knows?
I think it's the sand jockeys.
Hopefully, we get to do episode 3. Bacala!
Motherfuckers. Take another one down.
Should be interesting next
Take
couple
your
of weeks.
Ugly black flag and get the fuck out of here.
Oh.
How about that?
Yeah,
I said it.
You said it.
I said it.
Yeah, you said it. Bacala!
Bacala. YouTube's gonna have a problem with that.
You think so?
Yeah.
No. No.
Terms of service violations.
We didn't break one.
But that's okay. We're on Spotify, and it's called the Lab Chris. The Lab Chris Mike. I think that's what it is on Spotify. Again, our communications department's not the most diligent department we have out there. We really need to tighten things up.
We do.
We got a lot of loose ends on these departments.
We got to find people.
Department out of this one's out of Trenton.
Right, like I said, our tentacles are very long-reaching.
We're on Spotify, and they are working diligently to get us on TikTok.
So what do you have out of Trenton? Out of
Princeton? They're out of Trenton, and our research department's out of Princeton.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Far-reaching tentacles.
And if you need to know, human resources that comes out of Hamilton. if you have a human resource violation, which I guess you can, squeal on us for whatever, but nothing's going to happen anyway because you're not employed by the Lab Chris. We are. So. Remember, it's the labchrismike@gmail.com.
We'd like comments. We want comments.
We like comments, good or bad. We don't care. We will answer all of them. And so don't be bashful. Also, if you have any ideas for future topics you would like us to discuss, we will do so as well.
We'll talk about anything.
We'll talk about anything, and we'll give us our opinion. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, go fuck yourself.
Right, there you go.
Because we don't
That's
care.
how it is here down the line.
We don't care. I'm at an age now where I just don't give a shit.
I say that all the time.
I just don't give a shit anymore.
Me neither.
I really don't.
Mike, I reached that point a long time ago, and I spoke to the wife about it the other day. They had told her, I reached the point in my life where I don't care anymore. I don't care.
Yeah, the filter is gone.
Yep.
This world's so fucked up. The filter is just
It's gone. It's So wait, our next episode is going to be the studio audience questions, right? Isn't that what we said?
Yeah, we did.
Questions from the studio audience.
Yeah. We'll when we the next episode we'll address that.
Yeah,
but yeah. Oh no, we're not done yet. What happened?
There it is.
That was my faux pas.
Wrong button.
I haven't learned the buttons yet.
Yeah. I think we need to turn it up a little bit next episode. We've been very down in the dumps.
This was a very serious.
It was
This was probably the most serious you're going to get out of us.
Yep, I agree.
This was a very serious episode. We take it seriously.
That was very serious. I do agree.
Yeah.
It needed to be spoken about.
It had to be spoken. Someone had to say it.
I'm glad you got those names out there, too. Maybe people are,
I would say, yeah. I mean, again.
Look them up.
This is no joke. His name's Sean Ryan, and her name is, I forget the episode number. Again, my research department is lacking. They're going to hear about it, though. Her name is Sarah Adams. But if you look up Sean Ryan, you can see who he's interviewed and stuff. Again, he's like what did we say he was? A former Green? No.
SEAL.
Navy SEAL. He's a former SEAL, so, he's got balls and he doesn't fuck around.
He wouldn't bullshit.
Nah, he ain't going to bullshit you. Unlike us.
Right. We'll bullshit you, but...
We're talking about all kinds of crazy shit. About men smelling our feet.
Seeds,
brain seeds, and pissing in diapers and stuff.
Everybody's got a price.
Everyone's got a price. I believe that everyone does have a price. But, you're looking at us crazy. We're talking about the jerk-offs who go to New Year's Eve in Manhattan and watch this stupid ball and pissing shit in their diapers. I mean, come on. Really? They're the problems in this world.
They are.
People like that.
Yep. But like I said, most of them barely speak English.
Well, no. See, that's an HR violation.
No, it's not.
Hamilton, New Jersey will be calling you soon.
That's all right. I think it's the first time I dealt with them.
No, I know it's not. I know you have several HR violations here at the lab.
Unfortunately.
But yeah, I'm sure you'll get a call Monday morning from our head of HR.
Have a meeting again, another meeting.
You'll have to go take a drive to Hamilton and reap the hell that they dish out, but
that's all right. I know how to handle them.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, when we have our meeting, those fuckers in Princeton are going to get it.
They should. They didn't do their job.
They need to get cracking here.
They need to get on the ball here, or else they're fired.
And well, in our communications department too, they're a little slow too. The TikTok thing should take weeks to get up and running. I don't think. I think it's probably only take a few minutes to be honest.
Well, they got a lot on their plate right now. They're doing other stuff too as well.
But that's coming, remember? And again, Spotify, the Lab, Chris, Mike. I think that's what it's called. It's out there though. People have found it. I don't know. Right. I don't know who's found it on Spotify, but there are people. I guess it might be Jeff Z and Jenna again because there are only two real main fans.
I can't wait to see who emails us about the Fiddle.
Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't jump the gun. Don't.
No, I know. I can't wait.
And we will have another
trivia
contest. Another giveaway.
Another giveaway.
Yeah. It has to get approved by legal first, and then we'll do it. And that.
Well, we got this one approved, so
again, that all goes through HR. So they're slow as shit down there. So down in Hamilton, I don't know what's in the water in Hamilton, but it's been
the holidays.
It doesn't. I'll give them a break because it has been the holidays. But you should have heard some of the stories that came from their party. Though it's ridiculous.
Oh, I heard
there was all kinds of debauchery.
Yep, they need to go to HR.
Well, they were HR
after that party.
They need to practice what they preach because there's all kinds of crazy shit. I heard all things about strippies and cocaine and stuff. It was bad.
Oh, you heard that same story?
Yeah. Helen was off the chart again. She exposed her breasts.
She's got to stop doing that at parties.
She loves to expose her breasts.
Well, obviously she had them implanted.
But she's like 60-something years old. She got to stop.
She's excited about her breasts.
She got to stop. I don't want to see no old titties.
She's happy about that. Let her enjoy it.
Let her enjoy it. It's only once a year anyway.
Well, with her, it's been more than once a year.
Well, yeah, it's every year. But...
Almost every party we go to, she's got to take them out.
And she likes them.
Yeah.
She likes them.
God bless.
Yeah, God bless. Who are we to judge? We shouldn't judge.
No.
That should be a New Year's resolution. Oh, by the way, you know what? We didn't ask that last thing. I don't know how much time we got left. We don't have much time left.
No.
Last thing. Do you have a New Year's resolution? Do you do that shit? This should have been on the New Year's show. Once again, we just flip-flop all around.
Yeah, I try, but I never keep it.
What is it, the same bullshit? I'm going to be more patient. I'm going to lose weight,
healthy,
all that.
I'm going to go to the gym. I'll found cool. Nobody does that shit. No, it lasts for about an hour.
Yeah, fuck that.
So.
You know what my resolution is?
What?
Not to have a resolution.
There you go.
I abide by it every fucking year, too.
Good.
So, good on me.
That's right.
Good on me.
Yep.
Yay me.
That's right. I agree. All right. So,
all right. Why don't you wrap it up now,
that's
Chris?
it, folks. Here on episode 2 of season 2. Great having the studio
Season
audience
2,
back.
episode 12. That's what my
right. There we
research
go.
department
Episode
has
12.
told me.
That's right.
They faxed me this. We still work on fax, by the way.
What did you say before? Beta?
Well, yeah. We're on beta. And we have
Dial up?
V8. Yeah, we have AOL dial up still.
All right, folks. See you next time. I'm Chris. That's Mike. Peace.